Lightsaber spinning. It looks cool. It's a great workout, and it's usually the first thing most people want to learn how to do with a lightsaber. It's fine to learn how to spin first, and then duel or make some kind of fight choreography later. You can learn coordination and saber handling this way. In this tutorial, we'll go over how to do the basic spins, how to transition from one spinning direction to another, stepping, and putting it all together in combinations. First things first, and that's how to hold the lightsaber best for spinning. You want to hold it somewhere near the edge of the hilt. You don't want to grab it too tightly, but you're going to grab it near the base of the blade. Usually this is where the center of balance is. And then you're going to use your two front fingers, your index finger and your thumb, to actually make the action. You're going to relax your elbow, relax your hand, and make the spin. Now, of course, you don't want to completely relax your hand. Same for backspin. But if you relax your hand too much, you could drop the lightsaber. So you want to keep your hand a little bit firm, but not too tense. Now for the basic spins, a forward spin and a backward spin. Both of these spins pretty much stay on the same side of the body, and the forward spin comes back, and the closer you get to the body, the better. Same with the backward spin. The main thing to remember is that you're keeping the arm nice and relaxed. The reality is you're going to use almost all the muscles in your arm to do these spins. The forward spin pretty much just comes forward. Now the backward spin uses different muscle groups, and in some ways can be easier to accomplish. But you want to be able to try to do both and eventually transition from one to the other. Now here's the figure 8 weave. This goes from the back to the front, and continues. This maneuver actually flows a lot easier than just a simple spin on one side or the other. But what you're doing is you're making a figure 8 symbol with the tip of the lightsaber. The forward spin figure 8 weave just simply comes forward in a downward strike. Again, you're trying to keep the lightsaber close to your body, the blade as close to the body as possible without hitting yourself. And this is how you actually make it look good. The backward spin, or uppercuts, are actually a lot easier to accomplish. You can get a lot of speed from the fast twitch muscle action from this than you can the forward spin. It's very much the same way, you're just simply reversing your spin. Again, you're keeping it close to the body without actually hitting yourself. If it were a real lightsaber, this would be rather nasty. Now there is an easy way of changing your spin direction without actually having to stop the lightsaber and reverse the spin. To do this, you have to do a strike over the head and then transition your spin. From the forward position, the strike goes from the front and then back, and from the back position it goes from the back and then down. So for example, we're doing a forward figure 8. The lightsaber goes to the back, above the head, and then an uppercut in front of the body. So again, we're doing a forward figure 8. When the lightsaber gets to the back of the body, here, you can go over the head and then do an uppercut in front of the body, and you're in reverse figure 8. Now, to go from a back spin to a forward spin, you're going to bring the lightsaber in front of the body and over the head, almost as if doing a block over the head, and then you can transition to a forward spin. So again, From the front, you go over the head and then down, and into your forward spin. This takes some practice to get right, but eventually the transition will be smooth. And again, over the head and then slash down, and you're in a forward spin. And from here, you can transition back and forth all you want. Now you can add a little mobility to your transition by throwing in a step. So for example, when we're spinning, doing a forward spin with a lightsaber, the key to this coordination is when the blade passes in front of your body, do an uppercut and a step, and now you're in the backward spin. To transition back to forward spin, when the lightsaber is behind your body, you do a downward slash and a step forward. So in this case, behind the body, downward slash and step. In front of the body, uppercut and step. Now I call this spin the 3-count snake. I think other people may call it the snake as well, and that's because of the shape the tip of the lightsaber makes, which kind of snakes around your body. This begins just like a forward spin, except in continuing into a figure 8, you're going to go behind the body with a spin upwards, and then a spin forward in front of the legs. This is actually 3 slashes. Begins with a downward slash, as if you're doing a figure 8, and then it spins behind the body and flicks forward in front of your legs, and continues. So downward, flip behind, and flip front. Downward, behind, front. Downward, behind, front. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This spin is capable of becoming very fast. You can also use the beginning of the snake spin to transition to the other hand behind the body. You simply start by doing a forward slash and then spin backwards and up and grab the hilt with the other hand behind the back. Downward slash, from here backwards and up, grab the hand behind the back, and you've got it. This takes a little bit of practice to transition without dropping the lightsaber. This is nice when one arm gets tired and you need to switch hands. When you switch hands, you can transition right into a backward spin or an uppercut spin. Now we're going to combine the behind the body transition with the front of the body transition. So we start kind of like doing a snake and we transition behind the body to the other hand. We're doing a back spin and then we just simply spin the lightsaber in front of the body and switch hands. And we can do this over and over and sort of create a barrier of light around our body by switching the hands in this manner. This takes some practice. Sometimes you won't quite catch the lightsaber, but the smoother you practice this, the better it's going to look and the faster you'll get. Now we're going to put it all together in a combination. So we're going to start with the front spin, step behind, uppercut, and we're in a back spin. Step behind again, downward slash, and we're in a front spin. And then to the snake, and the snake. And we're going to transition behind the body, transition to the other hand in front of the body, transition behind, transition to front, and then end with a little bit of flourish when we're ready. Eventually you'll get fast. Front spin, step, back spin, step, front spin, and snake. Transition, transition, and end it when we're ready with a little bit of flourish. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and feel free to watch this video over and over again. Practice this often and you'll get in shape and you'll be able to show off to your friends and family. If you have any questions, say in the comments. Also, let me know what else you might like to see from me in the comments. A few of the video ideas I have is dual wielding, since I'm taking Kali, a Filipino martial art that has a lot of dual wielding, and various fitness ideas specifically designed for working out with lightsabers. And please share. This channel needs to grow. I know it eventually will grow as soon as it catches on, but if you share and give it a like, that will help it a lot. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Light Warriors.